Hey, God bless you, viewers. Hey, my name is Starsky DeBerry. Hey, I'm creator of nextlevelteachings.com. Hey, thank you so much for joining me here on my YouTube site, where today I want to talk to you about rediscovering your victories, rediscovering your victories. This is a lesson that I taught on the podcast from the Black and White Show. The link is right there down in the description. And it talks about defending ourselves against the two enemies of success. You know, you will hear a lot of things out there in terms of what it is to be successful, and I don't disagree with any of them. I'm just coming to you with my perspective on how to be successful. And one of the keys is you got to remember your victories. So how do you defend your mind, your thinking, your actions against the things that will try to hinder you from pushing forward into your next objective, your next goal, the next thing that you're trying to reach? There are two enemies of success that many people never really talk about, but they try to motivate you in a way that necessarily it don't help you to defend yourself. Motivation is only meant to keep a runner running that's already in the motion of running. When you're already in the emotion, motivation is meant to say, hey, yes, keep running. But motivation itself is never meant as a mechanism that supersedes picking up the necessary weapons you need to defend yourself and to defend your success. Today's topic, remembering your victories, defending ourselves against the two enemies of success. The first enemy that I want to talk to you about is an enemy called distraction. Distraction. Distraction is simply being led off course or off a target. I don't care what type of I don't care what type of plan you have planned that is so good. I don't care how you line out your goals. I don't care how you do all of these little routines that you do. If you don't hit your target, if you laid off course, does it really matter in those terms? If something is going to cause you to not hit the bullseye, not even hit the target, but hit something so far off, and it's like, oh my God, I'm aiming my arrow, I'm doing all of this, but see, you cannot bypass the confrontation you need to have with this thing that is trying to get you off target. Because the reason why you write the plans, the reason why you set the goals, the reason why you set up the agendas and the routines and all of this and these rituals is because you want to hit the target. So the main objective is to do whatever you got to do to hit the target. And one of those things is defending yourself. And you have to be able to defend yourself against distraction. Now, I can't write and talk at the same time, so I'll just put it on the screen if I can. But distraction, because I don't kind of want you to see the back of my head. Maybe if I turn the board, distraction, which means to be led off course. Now, there are three ways that this affects people. One of the ways that people miss their target, like I previously said. Number two, people settle for things and places that is not the best version of what they were actually after. It's amazing. You'll see this a lot of times with high school students. They have so much ambition to say, hey, I want to achieve this. Hey, I want to go here. Hey, I want to do this. But you'll find after 2-3 years that they have settled for something less than the objective that they were going after when they first left high school. This is very key for many people in life. This happens all the time. Why? Because of something called distractions. What you mean by distraction? People get distracted with friends. They get distracted by a life change that had happened. You had a baby, or you got married, or something went to the military, wherever it was, you did not end up where you set out to be. or you could have had a change of heart. This is what distraction does. So you always got to be guarding yourself from distraction. Now, towards the end of the video, I'm going to give you some things that will help you to defend yourself against distraction. Number 3, people believe a lie and forsake the truth. It's amazing to me, somebody that is overwhelmed by distraction, they begin to look at the wrong thing so much that they begin to believe that what is wrong is now right, that what is less than is actually okay. And there's no motivating a person out of that. I mean, you literally have to break a person's train of thought to get them to see something from a different perspective. When a person has made it up in their mind that I'm working this job, and even though I kind of hate it, hey, it's providing money for the family, it's putting braces on my kids' teeth, hey, it's giving us this, it's giving us that. Many people wouldn't mind settling for something that they know that that's a lie. The truth of the matter was that you maybe wanted to play baseball, or you may want to own your own company, but somewhere along the line you got distracted, you got convinced of something that was not the best version of what you wanted. Now, the only way to break distraction, from your life is to follow the truth. It's something that many people would never ever say to you. We be around the bush a lot of times when it comes to trying to help people in personal development. But if you're not obeying the truth of the matter is you want it to be this. And the reason why you're not this is because something else has come and distracted and broke your focus, and now you're considering something else. Okay, let's get to number 2. Number 2, the second enemy of success is a word called, I know I write very sloppy, and I'll put this on the screen for you if I can. It's a word called depression. Distraction and depression. Distraction and depression. It's not that you're just off target, but depression means to be immobilized. Depression is the great immobilizer. Depression is the thing that causes the runner not to even take the first step, not to even step up to the starting block, not even to put on the clothes, not even to consider. Depression immobilizes a person, and it is a serious enemy to your success. I've never heard of a person that, oh my God, I just crossed the finish line. I was just so depressed about, they shook themselves from that because they knew if they would allow depression to stay on them, they can become immobilized as they see things continually to make a downturn. That's how depression does. It immobilizes you. There are 3 ways that depression affects people when they're trying to strive for success. Number 1, people begin to lose their motivation. See, when people begin to lose their motivation, no matter how loud you talk, no matter how you jump around, no matter how many things that you say, when a person has lost motivation, trying to ramp a person up is not the key to get them going. You got to deal with the enemy that is keeping them down, which in this case is depression. I'm going to teach you how to fight today, because I'm not just a motivator or a mentor. I'm the type of person that gets into the fight with you and teaches you the skills you need to begin to defend and to fight yourself, because success is not so hard, but maintaining it, defending it is a whole nother story. And we need more teachings out there that's telling you how to defend yourself when depression comes, when distraction comes, when gossip comes, when naysayer comes. How do you defend yourself when negativity comes knocking on your door? Depression. Number 2, people are desperate for comfort rather than progress. If you notice that when somebody feels bad, when the day is just looking gloomy and it's looking down, people reach for comfort. They reach for chocolate, they reach for their favorite food, their favorite ice cream, they reach for their comfortable PJs. They reach for family members to help them during this time. Nobody thinks, oh my God, I'm feeling depressed. You know what? I'm finna jump up. I'm finna go and run a mile. I'm finna go and achieve. Nobody thinks that, because depression causes a person to reach for comfort, because they feel like comfort is the only thing that I can reach for that will help me keep my sanity. So depression causes a person to be desperate for comfort more than progress. Number 3, people believe a lie and forsake the truth, the same as distraction. People believe a lie and forsake the truth. Have you ever met a depressed person and you begin to tell them things that's in their past that they achieved, that they did well? Hey, you did this. Hey, you went there. Hey, you da. And it's like it goes in one ear, out the other. It's like water's on a duck's back. I mean, any type of reference. It's like you can't get through to the person because they now believe a lie and they forsake the truth. You can never ever get to success if you forsake the truth. Now, the true version of success is a level where you didn't have to step on nobody to get there, where you didn't have to do it in an unethical way to get there, where you actually paid your dues, you took your lumps, you went to the hard school of knocks. I mean, you did your due diligence, and now you are rewarded with success. That's the way to get it. But so don't ever feel like, well, I could just stump my way through. No, see, that's not success that I'm specifically talking about. Because if you're not willing to defend yourself against the thing that come against all of us, and the only thing you know how to do is belittle and berate people, I mean, you're not interested in nextlevelteachers.com. I am obviously not your mentor, but if you're somebody that says, I want the best level of success for my life, you cannot forsake the truth. You got to be open to the truth. Now let's talk about a few keys, practical keys on how you can defend yourself against this monster called distraction. Because if focus is what people use to write a book, to create a blog, to start a business, to do different things, if you need focus to be able to consistently do something on a day-to-day basis, whether it's a high, whether it's a low, to be committed to something, you need focus. And if these are the two things that tries to break the pattern of focus in your life, the one thing you can use to achieve, then these are deadly enemies, and you need to be able to take your stance against them, and you need to see them from 10 miles away when they're coming and know how to defend yourself. Number 1, when it comes to distraction, write down your daily agenda. Writing things down causes them to now not be a thought anymore, but it's a concept, it's an idea, it's a plan, it's real. You get what I'm saying? It's now real whenever you can write it down. Number 2, talk positive words to yourself. If you want to break distractions, talk positive words to yourself. Talk about how, like, man, you know what? I'm always focused. I'm always a high achiever. It's not that you're promoting your ego or your overconfidence or arrogance. You're just speaking the kind of words that help to enhance the focus that you want, because the objective is to hit the target. The objective is to hit the target. If we don't hit the target, we don't get the reward that we're after. So I got to talk to myself right. Number 3, find a support group. If you want to break distractions, you birds of a feather really got to flock together. Distraction hangs out with lazy people, procrastinators, gossipers. Those are the people that have created a community of distraction. They find procrastinators and lazy people find every reason why they shouldn't do what they know they should do. You can't hang around them people. The people that I'm saying, you got to find people who are trying to achieve something, who has an energy about themselves, that's trying to go after something, and that becomes your support group. Do you understand what I'm saying? That becomes your support group. All right, let's talk about depression. How do I defend myself with depression? Do I go out and I get the latest drugs to change my biochemistry? Or, I mean, do I do that? I mean, is that the way, you know? I mean, let me be the first to say that's not the way to do it, because you can take all the pills you want to, but this depression is on a deeper level than pills can actually reach. But I ain't gonna get into that now. You're just meeting me, and I want you to come back to this particular page to see what else that I do. Number one, you need to get a routine. Depression is something that the way to outlast depression is a routine. If I wake up every day and I do a certain thing, whether I feel like it or not, it becomes a habit. I mean, I'm doing it. When I'm able to have a routine, meaning I'm doing something that gets me out of my feelings, depression has nothing to root itself in, because depression first begins to root itself in an emotional feeling. I know you never heard that before, and I literally just got the revelation, so I can't completely take the credit for it, but it just came out in this lesson. Depression roots itself in an emotional feeling, so you got to have a routine. Number two, set goals. Why are we setting goals? Your eyes and your mind need something that is set out before it. Because if I'm trying to hit a target, I got to keep that target in front of my face constantly. Why? Because my goals give me a purpose, a reason for why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because depression comes to siphon out purpose or reason to why you're doing it, and all of a sudden you're thinking, why live? You know, why stay alive? Who cares? All those types of feelings are just words of depression, because you have not kept the goal in front of you. So you got to set goals. Number three, exercise. Exercise. To get out of the house and just go walking, to get out the house and go to a park, no matter how old you are, no matter what your weight is, go get on a swing or something, or a seesaw, and just be a kid again. Just have fun. I mean, those types of things stir up the kid-like wonderment and joy in you, and depression has no way to stay rooted in you, because joy will always drive out depression. I'm going to pause right there, because I said, revelation is coming out of this, and I mean, this is wonderful. I love when I say some things that is not in my notes. Joy drives out depression. Okay, last and final one. You got to begin to eat healthy. If you want to defend yourself against depression, you got to eat healthy. Foods that causes you to be tired the moment you finish eating them, things like that, it just puts you in a place where depression can now catch up with you. Because if you're always just slovenly, it's easy for depression to catch you, because you're already becoming immobile. And like I said, depression is the great immobilizer. Hey, listen, my name is Starsky DeBerry. Hey, thank you for joining me on nextlevelteachers.com. Hey, join me on my website, nextlevelteachers.com. Hey, in the link, click on it, join me there, become one of the members of this community, where I can mentor you in a way that is real, that goes straight to the heart, because it's not so much about mind power in a sense of heart power, because if you don't have the heart, your mind can never really fulfill what you're after. It's a heart thing. I mean, if you get your heart right, your heart and your mind can begin to work together. So, hey, join me again on the next episode. My name is Starsky DeBerry. Hey, I'll see you next time, YouTubers. I'll see you next time. Bye.